This is the original base of this massive ancient red cedar, and you can see how rotted the core of the tree is.
A very large and old western cedar tree has fallen over in Vancouver's Stanley Park, down a trail off 3rd Beach.
It was growing here before Europeans showed up, so it's a bit of the original landscape.
Colin Spratt, a local tour guide, spotted the fallen tree on one of his ancient tree tours on Saturday.
It's between the ages of 600 to 900 years old.
He says the tree most likely fell because of heart rot, which eats away at the center of the tree's trunk. He's also worried about how the park's trees will fare as summers get hotter.
This tree is sort of indicative of what's happening to western red cedars around the warmest parts of the province. Sadly, I think this is going to be an increasing trend, and this is an example of it where we're losing some of our biggest trees in the province due to just the changing climate.
To give you an idea of how large this tree is, the base of the tree lying down is about 10 feet wide. And where the tree has snapped in half, the inside of the tree is very dry and brittle.
It died from natural causes, but we have been going through drought summers and we're going through an insect outbreak of hemlock loopers. So there's a lot of stressors on the tree. This thing was in an advanced state of decay. It has been dead for a few years, but it was standing and it was so gargantuan. This was actually a candelabra cedar, which means many, many tops.
Any tree can become water stressed.
Professor John Richardson at the University of British Columbia says during a drought, trees become extremely vulnerable.
For an ancient cedar tree, that kind of stress and trying to get water through its roots, it just weakens the tree, and the roots start to die back, some of the branches start to die back, but it doesn't take very much for a tree to fall over.
In a statement to City News, the Park Board says in part, staff water some of the trees in Stanley Park, and this work is being done through the lens of wildfire risk mitigation as opposed to targeting trees by age.
It's a funny concept watering an 800-year-old plant.
Spratt says long dry spells like the one we're in right now are hurting trees in BC, and human help may be the only solution.
But I do think we're getting to the point where, if you remember last summer, it didn't rain between September and October. Now, if that happens again, I don't think it's out of the question that we should water some of these trees, just so for the future generations, we have examples of the massive trees that used to grow here.
In Vancouver, Angela Bauer, City News.
This story came to us from a City News viewer. If you have a story idea you'd like to share, get in touch by email, give us a call, fill out the Contact Us form on our website, or send us a message on Twitter, and we'll look into it.